Welcome to the beautiful Lake District, England's most scenic and impressive national park. Now I'm going to start this video off with a warning. I may be a little bit biased. In the past 3 years, the Lake District has become my playground, and I must thank it for so many treasured memories. From its incredible lakeside views to its little cute villages, a place of solitude or a journey to be shared. Out of this world morning views, scenic ridges daring to be climbed, and of course plenty of opportunity for adventure at any time of year, in summer, spring, autumn or winter. But I think you get the point. The Lake District is a beautiful, beautiful place and I cannot wait to show you it. But anyway, so in this video I'm going to be bringing you along on a couple of little adventures and hopefully I can do England's most beautiful national park justice. So let's get started. Our exciting adventure begins the day before, welcomed by a scattering of snow and the mighty Blencathra straight ahead. We follow the road along until it brings us here, to Keswick, one of the Lake District's most popular towns. And it's no surprise, it's perfectly placed alongside Derwent Water and surrounded by fells. It's like something out of a storybook. And sat proudly behind Keswick is Skiddaw, one of the tallest fells in the Lake District. So I thought it would make a perfect first hike to showcase what the Lake District has to offer. And it's fair to say it turned out to be another unforgettable memory. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? Alright, so we've got a nice little gang of us today. We've got 7. See the top of Skiddaw, one of those up there. And you might remember this lovely face, Matthew. Hello. There you go. Might remember him. But yeah, so it's meant to be about -11 at the top today, so it's going to be pretty chilly. But anyway, let's crack on. Time for some good views. Lucky enough to be joined by some great company, we set off and start climbing. Once we get out of the woods, we're soon greeted by today's challenge, and some late winter snow. It must have been over a few feet deep in parts, but unfortunately, my plan of disappearing didn't quite work out.
I think we're gonna like jump down face first.
It definitely makes it hard work walking through the snow, but I'm pleased to introduce you to my little friendly fluff balls, although I don't think they like me back. And now it's time for the steep ascent up England's oldest mountain, made up of rock over 500 million years old, formed from tectonic activity, then more recently worn down and sculpted by ice. I often find myself wondering how this whole landscape will have transformed over such immense timescales. And here it all sits, right here and right now, just waiting to be explored. Alright, so this is where the steep climb begins, but take a look at that. Like, the Lake District is just my happy place anyway. It's absolutely incredible. But the thing is, depending on the time of year, like whether it's summer, autumn, winter, where everything's painted in snow, like it's a different world. So you can come at different points of the year and have a completely different experience. Like you see here, we're only about 300 metres up-ish, so we've got another 600 to climb. So the views at the top, if it's not cloudy hopefully, absolutely incredible. But anyway, let's keep climbing. It is pretty steep and definitely makes for a challenge on the way up, and I probably don't help myself running back and forth like an idiot. But I've often found the challenges are often as tough as they are rewarding, and the views are certainly just that. At around 700 metres altitude, the views across the other fells and down towards Derwent Water and Keswick are outstanding. For comparison, this is what it looks like in summer. Although I love the vibrance and colour during summer, especially when the sun's out, there's just something so enchanting about it all being covered in snow. But this is what it's really all about. Being immersed in the elements is the perfect antidote for the stress of modern life. So I've decided we're going to run it. It's Matt's birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Matt. Come on.
Any single woman that's on.
Whoa! You dirty bat. And after all the effort, we're so close to the top now, and some of the most amazing views I've ever seen are within touching distance. It's getting a bit chilly now. Time to get the hat on. How then? I'll give you a race. I'll go quicker than that. Light jog to the top. And I can't believe the views just kept getting better and better, and as we approached the top, all the stones were beautifully coated in ice. And we're so close to the top now, and I had to just take a moment on my own to take it all in. It felt like I was on another planet. To just have this whole world to myself for just a moment was to live in a dream. Alright, so here we are, top of Skiddaw. There's the trig point, we have made it. But I'll tell you what, this is why I love the Lake District. Now I told you it's different all the time, and now it's covered in snow. You've got the rest of the peaks of the Lake District just behind me here. We've got a nice little ridge past the quaint lake, which is the only lake just behind me here. But wow, what an incredible place. You can also see over to Scotland, over that way somewhere. But yeah, if this doesn't make you want to come here, climb a mountain, I don't know what will. Absolutely incredible. And unless you plan on jumping off, unfortunately, what goes up must come down, and the descent is a bit more challenging. Alright, so now we're just heading down this snowy bit. It's quite deep, so we're just sort of taking my time, but I just thought I'd take the opportunity to say, obviously it's easy to glamorise all the amazing views and climbing up to the high peaks, but like today, you know, with wind chill, it's minus 11, and obviously on another day it might have been full of cloud, gusty winds, so, you know, prepare and be careful and, you know, assess risk, check mountain forecasts, make sure you're dressing appropriately, plenty of food, water, all that sort of stuff, and, you know, enjoy it responsibly, because it's an absolutely incredible place, but you don't want to get yourself stuck in trouble because things can go wrong, so just use your brain and enjoy it while you can. And as I was just saying, it's like a slip and slide. It was going to happen once, wasn't it? At least I got it on video. And one more great thing I haven't mentioned about the lakes yet. If you love doggos, you'll be pleased to see these fairy little fluff balls everywhere. And their owners are usually pretty friendly too. You're gorgeous, aren't you? Anyway, after a long and tiring walk, it's time to head back towards Keswick and get some well-needed food and rest. But I tell you what, this experience will certainly become another unforgettable memory, which I'll never forget. But I just quickly want to say, don't worry if big hikes aren't your thing. A lot of people just like to enjoy the scenery from a distance. So whether you're going on a relaxing couple's getaway, with the whole family, or perhaps not able to walk like you used to, there really is something for everyone to enjoy. So don't worry, it isn't all about walking and hiking. Cute little towns like Keswick also have an endless amount of cosy pubs and cafes for you to sit back and enjoy this wonderful place at a slower pace. And with our first adventure drawn to a close, it's time for me to return home and pick back up on our adventure in a few weeks' time. 3 weeks of normal boring life pass by, and rolling hills and greenery are more than a welcome sight. Wedged in between fells of the Fairfield Horseshoe and the largest lake in England sits another pretty little town which has become another popular spot for tourists to enjoy the magic of the Lake District. So I thought Ambleside would be the perfect place to resume the second half of our adventure, where I'll be staying in another one of the youth hostels right by the lake. And tomorrow we'll be heading off on another walk, with plenty more idyllic views, a surprising amount of sunshine, winding paths, and even another little surprise which I still cannot believe. But first, I checked into the hostel and couldn't get over the views onto the lake from the room. Although I was pretty tired from a long morning, and so decided to have a well-earned nap, and woke up not knowing what country I was in. I filled in my evening with a little wander into Ambleside, admired its slate-built buildings, and treated myself to some proper food at a lovely pub. Now it's time for bed, and it's fair to say another beauty of an adventure awaits for tomorrow. Alright, so good morning. I've just got off the bus. It's an absolutely beautiful day again. Clear skies, so I cannot wait to get some views up the top today. But anyway, we're going to be doing something called Fairfield Horseshoe, and I think we're starting off with a steep climb up there. But anyway, let's get cracking, and I cannot wait for some more good views. So let's get started. This time I'm on my own, but of course I've got you to keep me company. There's no snow this time around, and although it's only currently around 8 or 9 degrees, it feels way warmer, and it's really got me excited for summer. Oh, I'm tired already, but I'll just turn you around. So we've got just the top of Windermere at the top, and then there or there, it's hard to tell. I've also got Ambleside, which I've just came from. I had intended to take it nice and easy, but I just can't help myself speeding along and getting carried away. But it was lovely to hear the birds singing again, and be out in nature where life just seems much simpler. I said I was going to try and take it easy, but I always lie, I can't help myself. But there's a little sheep on top of there. He looks like he's trying to reenact Lion King, but I think he's having a showdown with that little sheep on the wall, little Hildwick. They're both baying at each other. This is why I love this place. Doesn't get better than this. Wow. It really doesn't. And although it can be pretty tough and you nearly always end up working up a sweat, I don't think I've ever went on an adventure or a hike and it not be worth it in some way. And don't worry, even if you don't have any friends to go with, or you're a little bit scared about going solo, you can always make some friends. So I've just took 15 minutes out to have a little break. I've had 4 timeouts and an almond croissant, which was lovely. So my plan was anyway, to head up there and then do the horseshoe thing, whatever. That would probably end up being about 12 miles. Now, I always end up torturing myself when I go hiking. So I've decided I might head up to that one, just chill out for as long as I want, enjoy the sun and the beautiful views, instead of running myself onto the ground. And then maybe we'll head down to Grasmere or something down there. So yeah, change of plan. So can't wait to just lie down, listen to some music, read a book. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I'm back on my feet again, and it was somewhat a relief to realise that I can just take it easy and enjoy where I am, rather than always push myself so hard. Anyway, I keep heading up on a gentle incline up towards the next fell, and even at only around 400 metres altitude, the views are so rewarding. So it just goes to show, you don't have to climb to the highest peaks to get some amazing panoramic views. Oh, not far from the top now, and then we're going to have a rest, have a lie down, and enjoy the views. Tell you what, if you're not jealous, you should be. I am living the absolute dream here. And to think that my original plan was to go around and do all of that, who can be bothered for that? I'm really glad I decided to take it easy. And the funny thing is, it's about 10 degrees and I feel like my nose has got sunburnt. Can you hear that? There's a rumbling. Right, so you can probably hear that rumbling. So the RAF, they always bring their fighter jets here to practice in the Lake District. And you can see they've just gone past there and they're always twisting through the valleys, and it's absolutely amazing to watch. Sometimes they fly so low. I'm just trying to figure out where they are at the minute. Wow, it's coming right over. Where is it? There's another one coming. Oh my god. Oh my god. That flew right over my head. Wow, honestly, I cannot believe that. That was incredible. It flew like straight over my head. Like, the only annoying thing is because obviously I can't really see what I'm recording that well, so I couldn't quite get it, but that was, wow, something to remember anyway. But yeah, you can see, so 3 weeks ago at the start of the video when I done Skiddo, it was everything was covered in snow, and now we're at the start of April. It's still a bit brown, but once the summer kicks in, all of this will green up, all the bracken and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see too well, but you can see it's sort of a bit more brown on the fells over that way, so that's all the bracken, so that'll all green out, and everything looks a bit more luscious in the summer months. But anyway, I think the plan is going to head down towards Grasmere pretty soon, and I'll show you that, and maybe we'll try some gingerbread men, because apparently it's famous for its gingerbread. After a lovely hour or so, just lying on the grass, feeling the breeze, and having nature all to myself, it's time to slowly start making my way back down. And what an incredible backdrop. Halfway down, I have another little stop and enjoy some music, and then take in the views from above Grasmere, just one last time. And then on my way back down, I pass a lovely little stream and then get one final flyby from my good jet flying friends, before I finally make it down to the wonderful endearing village of Grasmere, where again you will find buildings fittingly made from slate, and it makes a lovely spot to demonstrate the beauty of the lakes. Although be warned, it generally gets very busy in the summer holidays. Anyway, I eventually spot a sign which says gingerbread, and it's time to finally try this famous local treat for the first time. So thankfully I got in just at the right time, managed to avoid all this queue. We've got 6 pieces of gingerbread for £4.50, so it's time to see if it's worth the fuss. Oh, alright, so it turns out I've got my gingerbread, but they also had ginger ice cream, and I absolutely love ginger, so time to test it out, see if it's worth the fuss. Oh, beautiful. Ice cream's beautiful. Time to try some of this. Okay, it's a decent slab to be fair. It was only 90p for one, so it's not bad. Wow. Wow. That's so nice. It's like so much chewier than like normal gingerbread man. I carry on happily munching away on my gingerbread and finish off my tasty ice cream before heading back to Ambleside on one of the open tour buses, which brings my second adventure in the beautiful Lake District to a close. Alright, now the video is almost drawn to a close, but I think before I finish, it's best that I'm honest with you. So throughout this video, the adventures we've been on, I've had almost perfect weather. It's been absolutely stunning, but today, this is normally the Lake District. It's grey, it's cloudy, it's raining, there's low cloud, you can barely see a thing. But don't worry, it does mean one thing. There's no people here, and there's no screaming kids, which is a big bonus. But unfortunately that does mean if you're booking quite far in advance, you're just going to have to take your chances. Hopefully you get good weather, not this. Alright, so there we are. I'm going to bring this video to a close now. It's not always wet, cloudy and rainy, I promise, but I hope I've managed to do this incredible place justice. It's absolutely stunning, so get yourself along. And if you did enjoy this video, you'll love my other videos as well, so check those out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you later. Adios.